Last week, or a little more than a week ago, a 7-year-old girl from Guatemala had fled to the United States with her father seeking asylum. She was one of those refugees who were seeking asylum from the chaos that had been happening in Central America. As soon as she got there, as soon as she crossed the border with her father into New Mexico, she was dying. She had been exhausted, she was dehydrated, and she was suffering some septic shock. And the detention center that she was in did not care. They looked at her and said, "She's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, she'll be fine. It's nothing big to worry about." 8 hours later, she died. The father had been pleading for someone to help her, someone to give her medicine, so that way she could be okay. By the time that someone had gone, "Oh, this needs to be looked at, medic," it was too late. This 7-year-old girl who had been suffering physically, emotionally, and now can no longer suffer because of ignorance by these detention facilities, the ones organized by Donald Trump, the one who had issued the separation of parents and children of migrants. The Secretary for Homeland Security, Kirstjen Nielsen, had come out and said, "Oh, I feel bad that she died, but, she should not have done this in the first place. We warned people about crossing over the border illegally. And, if she didn't want to follow the rules, too bad for her." A 7-year-old girl forced out of her country because of the chaos in Central America, including Guatemala, Honduras. And all you're going to say is, she should not have come. She should not have come. She should have been at home with her dolls. That's basically what she says. I call fuck you. You are denying a little girl medicine because she and her father were seeking asylum, which is legal, by the way. And if it was illegal, it's only a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal. And for Kirstjen Nielsen to say, she should not have come by. We told people not to come by, and yet this is what happens. By the way, that is racism. Okay, not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but yeah, I should really retract myself. That is not racism. But that is still unethical. That is still barbaric. What I mean by that is that, what if this happened to your child? Let me put this into an example, and this is an analogy of what happened to this 7-year-old girl. Let's say you are one of these neo-Nazis, a neo-Nazi family, a white supremacist family, and you come home one day and you find out that your little child is going through having a bit of a fever, a flu. You rush your child to the hospital. No. You're saying, "My kid is sick. I need help." They take him or her back, and they start going through a diagnosis, and all of a sudden they find, one of the doctors finds out, "Oh, you're a part of a hate group." They come out come out and say, well, the good news, we have bad news. We know what's wrong with you. We see that what's wrong with your child, but we are not going to treat her. We've looked into your history, and your history does not please us at all. You are hateful. You are delusional, and this could spread to your child. We will not treat her. We will not treat him. We will not treat her. Whoever. Because we know this is you're teaching this to your child. And if this goes on, this is going to spread, and it's going to spread. So we're not going to treat her. Go to a different hospital if you need to treat her. So you do. You bring her to bring him or her to this other hospital. But by the time you get there, he's in a coma. She's in a coma. Thanks.
You're welcome.
He or she's in a coma, and you're pleading for help. The doctors do come in, and they take him back, or take your child back. But it's already too late. She's dead. She's dead because one hospital refused to treat her or him because of your history. That's basically what it is right there. Now for this person that I'm talking about, if that is that person, that neo-Nazi who tried to get treatment for his child but died, yeah, you can sue. You can sue for millions, saying that it was unethical. This father should sue the Department of Homeland Security because her child died while they sought asylum. But they were denied because they are migrants who were fleeing from their countries. Should he sue? Absolutely. But he's first got to grieve for his daughter. And for this to happen, if that was your child, you do everything to help her. You do everything to help your child. For this to happen is downright barbaric. And this is our America at this point. This is our America, where we are only treating those who have money. Otherwise, you're fucked. And when you're fucked, there's nothing you can do. All you're doing is die. That 7-year-old girl should be alive today. That 7-year-old girl should be celebrating Christmas with her father. But that 7-year-old girl is now being buried because of cowards and because of ignorant people like Kirstjen Nielsen.